Okay, guys, so, I want to give some thoughts and express some feelings on some stuff coming out recently from, comics and movie stuffs regarding the entire thing, the new Titan series and the controversies that's kind of unfolded, and I also want to briefly address the Kelly Marie Tran situation in relation to the Titans thing because, there's kind of some stupid people with doing some stupid shit in regards to Titans, and I think it needs to be called out. Despite how stupid everything looks for Titans. So I'm gonna jump right into the Titans thing. Titans, the new Titans trailer looks fucking terrible. It looks like I'm gonna quote Chris Reagan here and say that this was basically DC if it was taken over by fucking 3 Days Grace. That's honestly how this new show looks, and it looks pitiful. Because and they break Robin's character in literally a couple minutes. Okay, the trailer was at least I think 4 minutes long, and they broke Robin's character like an egg. The first thing he does after when we see him in uniform is freaking kill people with a gun and say fuck Batman. Okay, who the fuck wrote this? I mean, I didn't bother looking it up because I'm not going to watch this show. Well, I might, but I might not at the same time, and I'm pretty sure I really don't want to, judging from trailer reactions and stuff like that, though they could have something that could happen, maybe. But even though this is supposed to be, Dick Grayson Robin, he could maybe have a Jason Todd thing they're trying to turn it into. I'm not sure yet. But honestly, like, they kind of fucked up Robin's character, and the CG looks pitiful as fuck. And I mean, really pitiful. Especially when it comes to, like, the stuff for Beast Boy. Like, Beast Boy's he's supposed to be Beast Boy, he's a beast. And this one, he basically looks like a really shitty version of the Hulk from the Hulk TV show. Back when that was a thing. I mean, it looks really shitty. Like, if your CG doesn't look better than body paint, something's wrong. Okay? I've seen CG from low budget films that look a hell of a lot better than that CG. Okay, like that's pitiful. And the bad thing to top it all off for some people at least is that the freaking people behind this new Titans TV series are the guys who do stuff like Supergirl and the Arrowverse and stuff like that. So it's just like it's just like, why the hell are they doing this? I know DC and I'm well aware that DC is in the dark stuff, right? And I love the dark stuff in the DC universe. It's why I think DC is a lot better than Marvel in a lot of respects when it comes to comics and, animated movies adaptations. And it worked really good for me in Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel with all the dark stuff that was in it. So I was just like really, really thrown off by like this and like when it came to Justice League, I was really kind of thrown off by the sense of direction. Like, it was kind of copy Marvel in terms of like the humor aspect and stuff like that. And to top that off, there's a whole bunch of problems that I'll leave a link to in the description from my mate Matt, because he gives a lot of good descriptions on this stuff for Titans and Justice League and basically everything going on with the DC extended universe right now. So it's like, I mean, you should definitely check it out. But like, anyway, one thing that's just really troubling is just like this new Titans TV series just looks terrible. And I'm not sure if it's going to be on a streaming service or anything, or if they're going to air it on something. I'm really hoping that it is just that is a TV thing, and that they can have a streaming secondary thing. I'm not real sure. I'm still a little fuzzy on the details. But seriously though, like, this new trailer just looks so dumb. I mean, now don't get me wrong, the original Teen Titans show was super fucking dark. For a kid's show, at least. I mean, it still had like that type of anime style of humor that I really like, and it kind of helped give the show a distinct personality from other superhero TV series. So it's like, I will give them credit where credit is due. They did pretty damn good with it. But Jesus Christ, I mean, I don't I really, really want to know what was going through these producers' heads during the filming of the show. Just how dumb everything looked. Everything just looks terrible. The CG looks terrible, the costumes look terrible, and this is going into the, controversy surrounding the Titans TV series, is the look of Starfire. Now, if you watched the Teen Titans show and, paid attention to anything Starfire related in modern media, her look, her origin, and what she's supposed to be, Starfire was supposed to be this beautiful alien fucking princess. Alright? She was definitely a very good high point for the series, because she was like, beautiful alien lady who, helps the Titans, and she has a decent character, believe it or not. I mean, some people may think that she's there just for fan service for the adult audience, I guess, or something like that, even though the show is called Teen Titans. But still, I mean, Starfire was a unique character. She was like a fish out of water when it came to the, universe, and she was very easy to relate to, considering that, the setting for Titans, while it isn't, but is still in modern times, I guess, is still very different, because, superheroes and shit exist. So it's just like, you have that. So she's like very easy to relate to, and top that off, you get to see how she like learns the intricacies of, humanity and stuff like that. Trying to figure out how everything works between species and stuff like that, and her relationship that blossoms with Robin. And the Teen Titans movie was just like top-notch gold. Top-notch, not only top-notch storyboard writing, but also top-notch development that was building up throughout the seasons. And it definitely endeared me to Starfire more the more I watched the show. And, watching that movie again when Cartoon Network decided to air it again, it just felt so satisfying to watch. Everything felt believable within the context of the universe. This new trailer does not look like anything that could come from the context of the universe. Just from a trailer, alright? And I don't know anything about the storyboards for the show or not. And it looks this bad. And that's kind of sad. But now we go into, the kind of shitty territory about this. Is, Starfire in particular, and her actress, who is... I have to point this out, she's a black chick, because some people really do love to point this out. But I don't care that a black chick is portraying Starfire, because I've seen really good cosplayers of Starfire who are black and can really pull it off. So, I mean, I don't particularly care. I shouldn't care. I honestly don't care. But I know a lot of people kind of care, because, it's like black washing or like stuff like that and stuff, is like saying is like, the only reason some people are getting cast in these roles is because they're black and shit like that. So it's just like, blah, 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 blah. But I didn't particularly care. I just want a good show with good characters. And, casting a black Starfire, perfectly okay with that. Some people aren't, though. Now, to be fair not to be fair to them, because, they're being dicks. To be fair to those actress for Starfire, okay? I fully empathize with this girl. Because, I mean, she let's just say that she handled everything revealed about Starfire rather well compared to people like Daisy Ridley, who went out and called a bunch of people sexist for calling Rhea Mary Sue, which is debatable still. And I'm somewhat in the middle on that now, but still, regarding that, if you didn't see Starfire's look in, the leaked photos that were coming out before the show was, like, given a trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, good lord, she looked like a freaking transvestite hooker. Like, I think there's this movie with, what's his name? Wesley Snipes, where he's actually a transvestite hooker, like he's dressed in drag with Patrick Swayze and stuff like that, driving around in a car being a hooker, and it's just like really weird and bizarre to me seeing that type of stuff. So it's just like, but that's exactly what she looked like. She looked like a stereotypical black hooker, like straight from a Tyler Perry film. To be honest with you, it was one of those Medea films, or one of those films connected with Medea that kind of had a subplot that kind of had a plot surrounding, like, you know, prostitution and stuff like that. But like Starfire, why would Starfire look like a prostitute? She's supposed to be this beautiful alien princess from another world. Why does she look like a prostitute? And a lot of people were very pissed off about this, and I think the appropriate response was to blame the costume designers and the production company surrounding, you know, that show. That's what most people have done, to be fair. Most people have done that. And the actress also came out and saying that this is pretty bad. She's like, this is a pretty dumb thing to have been leaked, and she's like, this isn't an actual representation of the character of Starfire that shows up throughout the show. And so it's like, we'll probably see her in a more better form, even though in the trailer they still showed her in that transvestite outfit. So there's still that. So it just leaves a bitter taste in some people's mouths. But some people attributed the bad look to the actress. All right, and this is going to happen with every single piece of media. I've come to accept this now. If someone doesn't exactly look to specifics that have been set up previously through it, either it be through implications or through actual physical mediums, then they tend to get pissed off at the actor/actress for ruining it, even though most of the time it isn't exactly their fault. I.e. Jake Lloyd. I think Jake Lloyd kind of got fucked in that scenario. So it's just like it's just a whole bunch of things that kind of look just a bit off. But a lot of people were, attacking her. A lot of people were sending her angry, threatening comments and stuff like that on Instagram. She shut down her Instagram, same way Kelly Marie Tran did. All right. So it's just that situation is kind of bad. Obviously, if you're going to send hateful comments to an actress who most people can sympathize through because of what has been dealt by the production company so far for Titans, and the show hasn't even been released yet, you're just going to outright attack the actress for something that is completely out of her control. I mean, come on. Don't be a dick. And of course, this is going to lead to the Kelly Marie Tran scenario. Now, this one is puzzling to me. It's still puzzling to me because it's just things that are completely off about that one. All right, this is going to delve into a conversation about, toxic people and thin fan bases that, are being dicks. Now, I'm one of those people who thinks everybody's being a dick about everything when it comes to it, whether it be a hater, whether it be a defender, whether it be barely somebody in the middle. I think the people who are normally right about situations where everything is bad on both sides is normally the people in the middle, but even some people in the middle are kind of dicks about this stuff. But, the Kelly Marie Tran situation, alright? If you don't know, Kelly Marie Tran played a character named Rose Tico in the movie Star Wars Last Jedi. And a lot of people did not like her character. I did not like her character because of how haphazardly she was written, and two, how she was basically there for filler. Like, that was basically her role in the movie, was to act as filler, and that didn't work, especially when she ruined a character moment for Finn. But that wasn't Kelly Marie Tran's fault. That was Rian Johnson's fault. Alright, as we know, Rian Johnson is the writer-director of the Star Wars movie. The buck stops with him, because he was given total directorial control over the project. So, of course, this was going to be his decision. Bash him for it. And I think that's what most people understood when it came to this situation with Rose Tico. Blame Rian Johnson for making shit characters. But like with the Starfire thing, some people don't know how to differentiate actor and writer-director. And that's kind of a problem. Alright, and this is, we're living in an age of outrage right now. When it comes to everything, from politics to pop culture, everything is within outrage. I mean, so many things have been messed up consistently for a while now. Everything has become interconnected to the point where saying the slightest little thing gets outrage from everybody, when saying those things a few years ago wouldn't have been remotely controversial, like the James Gunn stuff. So it's just some people just don't know anything. All right, and I feel the need to call out people on it, especially people who are, just who are on my side of the aisle, who did not like the movie and who blame the actors and actresses for doing the stupid shit. All right, and Kelly Marie Tran, she didn't say anything stupid to lead to this type of hate. I mean, she wasn't being Daisy Ridley, who, while she did say some stupid shit, I mean, it still didn't really warrant any, like, harassment or anything. I don't think she was directly harassed or anything like that, but still, she did get some pretty hateful comments. But, Daisy Ridley was attacking people who did not like Rey's character and brushed them all off as sexist. Alright, now, if you've known me for a while, I don't like that crap. So Daisy Ridley did get some flack for that, and she deserved a lot of that flack. She did not deserve getting harassed and stuff and called, really stupid names. But, people are just kind of dumb with that. Some people think if they're personally insulted, they're going to jump back twofold. Now, in some situations, I think that's justified. Ryan Johnson. The situation with, Kelly Marie Tran, she didn't do anything. She didn't provoke people. For all I know, she was remarkably silent about a lot of things. And yeah, she maybe said one stupid thing when it came to her race, but that was it, really. I mean, some people kind of ragged on her for saying that, she was really happy to be in a Star Wars movie because she saw no Asian people in Star Wars movies, even though I'm pretty sure there's been Asian people in Star Wars movies before, and I distinctly remember there being an Asian guy in The Force Awakens. That was part of, like, the big squad. Not the big squad, the command unit, so it's just like, there's that. So it's like, yeah, it was kind of dumb, but like I said, not enough to warrant harassment. Why would that warrant harassment? Why should she be harassed for this type of shit? Alright, and that's the whole point I'm getting to, is we need to calm the hell down. Whether it be the whole situation with the Starfire actress, or be this whole thing with Kelly Marie Tran and Star Wars, and really rabid Star Wars fans who don't like The Last Jedi, who have trouble, putting their thoughts into words coherently. Yeah, I kind of struggle with that too, but I'm not trying to go out and say that actors are the problem here. I say that the writer, director, producers type of stuff is what is fucking shit up, not the actors' performances. Though, like I said, some actors do kind of contribute in their own way by being dicks. Though, depending on the level, justified or not. So it's just I really think that, in the age of outrage, like, this type of stuff is just going to happen. Just from now analyzing things that have been happening over the last few years, especially since maybe 2004, when I was 5. I mean, going back even that far, with all the political turmoil back then, George Bush is a Nazi and blah, 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 blah. George Bush, all that stuff, Republicans are evil, evil people and crap like that. And, the political turmoil surrounding that type of stuff, that's when the division kind of started, and then it kind of spread into the culture, and now it's spread into popular culture, and that's not a good thing. That really isn't a good thing. When everyone in popular culture is kind of fucking with each other on a consistent basis, I think we kind of need to hit a reset button when it comes to cultural values. Alright? Once again, like I said, neither Kelly Marie Tran nor the actress who plays Starfire, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry, I'll look it up later, but still, they shouldn't have gotten, the harassment they gotten, and I realize that some people are going to do that because they're fucking idiots. Alright, I think that's what they are, a minority of idiots, but they are still a minority with a large voice. And until we find a way to, beat the shit out of them, in terms of taking away their voice, then they're going to keep fucking with people, alright? And I'm not saying that, they should be like, we should be taking away their phones and stuff, making sure they can't get on the internet. No, I'm not a fan of taking away people's right to free speech, okay? No matter how dumb that is they're doing, they still have a right to say what it is they're saying. It's if they have the only way that their actions would be illegal is if it was in the context of calling for violence, and they aren't calling for violence against this person, thankfully. But they are saying some pretty hideous things about her. We need to combat that. We need to, come together as, a community to really stop this shit. But with the way that everybody's so divided within the fandom of Star Wars and the fandom of life, I mean, I don't know. I just really don't see it coming out on top really well unless, something really drastic happens where people actually decide to start having calm and civil debates within the Star Wars community and within other communities that are having this same type of stuff happen with, with Titans and stuff like that. So it's just... But like I've said with this type of thing, it might not happen. And that would be really sad if this type of stuff devolves into just idiocy. Alright, we're already in the devolved state of idiocy. And if it gets any worse, we're basically fucked, not only in terms of fandom, but basically in terms of life. Because if this is going to be prevalent in culture, then why fucking bother being a part of it? So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little analysis of two situations intersecting into one. So, I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't die.